The first step is always the hardest. This is true even for the PhD and the research scholars. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Gomati and I'm here to help the PhD scholars and the researchers. In PhD, you have three important stages. Like, I'll be telling you what are the three important stages and how you have to complete all these three stages. I'll also tell you what you have to consider in every three stages. What should be there and what should not be there. So let's proceed. The three important stages are the initial stage, intermediate stage, and the final stage. So, what you have to do in an initial stage? As in the initial stage, you have to first identify your interested area of research and you have to read various literature reviews on the same. And then based on your interested area and based on the literature review you will get to the conclusion that what is the research problem you have to going to deal with, what are the research gaps you are going to fill up. With that research problem you should start collecting your data and you have to start publishing your research and what you have understand so far. So in the initial stage, you can see that I have started drafting the thesis. I have included that you have to start drafting the thesis. See, always a researcher do this biggest mistake that until intermediate stage, no researcher will start their thesis draft. Once they have completed the intermediate stage, they will start writing the thesis, which it will take nearly 6 to 8 months to complete the thesis itself. There we are making a big mistake. In order to avoid that mistake, you should start drafting your thesis. You can ask me, ma'am, what is the purpose and what can I write in the thesis? See, here you have identified your research area and you have started literature reviews here. So, literature review is the second chapter or the third chapter in almost every thesis. So, whatever you are reading in the literature review, just convert it into your own sentences and start writing the literature review right from the initial stage. So, your chapter, second chapter, or the third chapter is ready. And data collection. Few supervisors will suggest you to make the data collection as the third chapter if literature review is the second chapter. So, once you have started collecting your data, start writing the description about your data that you can include in the draft thesis. So start drafting your thesis. This is a draft. This is not the original, like this is not directly you're going to submit it. You are just going to create a draft. So whatever you learn, whatever you're just converting into your own form, just make it as a document. In my further video, I'll be telling you how to draft the thesis in every individual stages and how to make your research way, that is a research path, completely very easy and hassle free. Now let's come back to this video that drafting the thesis should start in the initial stage itself. And you also might have another question that what is the purpose of paper publication here? See, you have defined your research problem before meeting your supervisor. Once if you have published your paper and you meet your supervisor with a published paper, really your supervisor will be impressed and definitely he will take you as his scholar, his or her scholar. So this paper publication is important in every stage and drafting the thesis is also important in every stage of your research and your PhD journey. So don't forget this. Okay, so once you have completed this initial stage, almost 15 to 20% of your thesis will be ready. Okay, so once all this is done, you can just proceed with intermediate stage. That is you have to pre-process the data and you should start implementing your problem, that is a solution for your problem. This implementation and deployment part will be applicable for the engineering and the science students, and for the arts you can decide upon the intermediate stage. For example, what you're going to give a solution and what you found in your thesis, that you can include it. So in the intermediate stage also I have included the paper publication. From this, you can understand that paper publication and drafting the thesis is throughout your journey, throughout the research journey. Paper publication doesn't means that you have to only publish the paper in this journal. No, you can also publish your paper. You can present your paper in the conferences. Where while presenting the paper in the conference, you will get some confidence to face the DC meeting. DC meeting, that is doctoral committee meeting or a review meeting, which will differ based on the universities. So once you started attending your conferences, you will get some more confidence on your research. My humble request is, don't count your publication and don't count your presentation only because if you want to submit your PhD thesis. Okay, this complete publication and presentation will improve yourself to the next level of understanding the thesis and doing the research. So do this wholeheartedly only for your own development, your own achievement, but not for the PhD. So coming to the intermediate stage, you can see that the implementation and deployment part will be over, and you can write a paper, write an article, or write a manuscript for for the journal or the conference based on your implementation and deployment part. With which tool you have deployed, with which tool you have implemented, and what is the finding you got it, and what is the solution you are just trying to propose it to the upcoming or the future scholars, that you can definitely write it as a paper publication. And drafting the thesis, here also you can start once you have completed your implementation, just start drafting your thesis, right? What are the screenshots of your tool, and what are the things which you have done so far, what is the solution you are going to give, just start writing it. Okay, so where here also you're drafting the thesis, it should come in. And once this stage is over, then your final stage will be there, like you have to submit your synopsis. Many people will be having the doubt like what the synopsis should have, and how many pages it should be, and what are the content which you should add in the synopsis. That I will deal in a separate video. So in the synopsis, you are going to draft the synopsis. Even for writing the synopsis, you need at least a few content which you have already done, that we have started from the initial stage itself, right? Writing and drafting the thesis, which we have done from the initial stage. So from that you can keep some content into this synopsis. So your synopsis submission will be 100% hassle free. And for drafting the thesis, you may need to include something, because based on your supervisor's guidance and based on some changes which is proposed by the reviewers or the doctoral committee members, you have to do some changes that you have to do. And finally, you can draft the thesis and you can submit it. So these three stages, or every individual stages, are very important, and it is very crucial if you are doing it very slowly, and if you are avoiding the drafting the thesis and the paper publication in the initial and intermediate stage. Okay, don't keep or don't postpone anything to the next day, because it will keep on postponed it. And start your research with 100% confidence. Always the first step, that is identifying the interested area of research and identifying the problem, will be very very risky and very very crucial and confused for you. But you once you have started this step, every other steps will be easy. So you have to self motivate yourself to do and to complete your PhD research. PhD is a big journey, and it is a very useful and a fruitful journey for you. You will reach a high. So follow these steps, and I'll also tell you, like, the paper publication which you should segregate, like you can categorize, like you can publish at least one in journal, and one you should present at least one in a conference. Don't select, as of my experience I'm telling you, don't select any national conferences, select international conferences. Try to go and attend the conference which is outside your state. Like if you are in Tamil Nadu, just go and try it in any other state, like Karnataka, or even you can just go and try in a different state like a Delhi, or even in a different country. You can try with Singapore or some other countries. Why? Because then only you will get more confidence, you will get to know, you will meet many other researchers who are having different point of views and understandings. So at least one in journal and one in conference. Even here the paper publication should be at least one in journal and one in conference. Even here you can keep a paper publication at least in one journal and one conference. Okay, so these are all at least. If you want to publish more, you can have more. Okay, so keep in mind that your introduction first chapter, so I'll be discussing about the chapters as well in the further video. So you should keep at least one journal in every chapter. That is, you should publish your identification, that is, you should publish your research identification and proposal at least in every chapters. Okay, one conference paper or one journal paper in every chapters, that you should keep in mind. And if you follow these things, that is these steps properly, I can assure you that you will submit your thesis on time without any confusion, without any deviations, and without any extension, and without any hassle. So believe in yourself, keep doing your research daily, don't give any gaps. Stay safe, take care, bye bye.